Sure, we have 30 seconds to tell you that drivers who switch to Progressive could save big. But then what? We could romance the legal copy. It never gets the attention it deserves. And some lawyer worked real hard on it. So take it away, lawyer.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
Now that was some beautiful legal. Well done, lawyer. Well done.
Hey, this is Doug.
I'm Greg.
And this is Mike.
And you're listening to the It's Funny, That Makes It Okay podcast. And we hope you enjoy the show. Here we go. Hey, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Doug.
I'm Greg.
And this is Mike.
And this is the It's Funny, That Makes It Okay podcast. We have got a jam-packed show for you today.
Jam-packed.
Jam-packed. Here we are, the middle of June, sweltering summer in beautiful Illinois.
And high gas prices. I'm going to start it right out of the...
They're higher than Hunter Biden with a prostitute in a Hollywood hotel. That's how high the gas prices are.
With an illegal handgun.
With an illegal handgun. Okay, enough of that. Yeah, so we got, I think each of us have a few little things to top off. We're going to get into, I got an article about Gen Z that's going to prompt maybe some discussion about people working, not wanting to work, wanting to work. We'll get into that. Few products we're going to talk about, and then we have just a mess of some animal news, different things I want to get into about some.
Yeah,
we got
those
bees
crazy animals,
and
monkeys and
forced labor monkeys, and then a possum, and then some kind of weird dog-like creature that we're not sure what it is. But there we go. So let's jump right in with both feet. I think Mike has got something. Fire away,
All
Mike.
right. Well, I am going to fire away. I've got some points I want to bring up about a...
Oh, he's pulling out a sheet.
Yes, hold on. Let me get my glasses.
He's got his
here.
PowerPoint. He's got his PowerPoint here for everybody.
You know, if you notice my laser pointer here, I'm going to direct your attention. My neighborhood had their neighborhood garage sales this past weekend.
Oh, fun.
Oh, yeah. It's a good time.
I'm in the market for a neighborhood.
Hey, maybe the guy with all the lights, maybe he's looking for
maybe buy
some new neighbors.
Yeah.
So people were driving me nuts, as they typically do, but in new ways this time. We had neighbors who had started out right next to us with the garage sale, which is fine. The problem is we're at the end of the street,
right?
So there's nowhere to go. We're a dead-end street, the second house from the end. People around us had taken the forethought to take their cars and block off the end of their driveways with their cars so people couldn't just be turning around in their driveway.
Smart.
I wish I had thought about that. It had not crossed my mind until it was too late.
But you learned something.
I did learn a lesson.
Because you were not having
lesson.
A garage sale, right?
No, we were not. I was working from home that afternoon. It was great weather. I remember the first afternoon it started. It was also the busiest time of the garage sales.
So you were working from home. That may tie in. Well, you may be. Oh, this is going to be.
It
just got uncomfortable all of a sudden. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
I work from home because of what Greg said. The gas prices. A little relief from that, but people would turn around in my driveway constantly. There were like two driveways that you could turn around in. It was either ours or the other, like the neighbors on the other side of us. That was it. Those were your options. So after about a half hour, the end of my driveway was practically covered in tire tracks. People pull into the driveway without moving, and then they shift their wheels around. I got all the marks on the end of the driveway. Oh, nice. Mark it up, buddy. Mark it up. So that was happening. So my driveway got a little,
scuffed up.
Yeah, if you want to say. And then I don't know how many times it would happen where people would just park their cars in front of my driveway.
Yeah, across the end of it.
That was the picture that drove me nuts when you sent it. And the guy, they just pulled up, blocking your entire driveway, and then get out and go walk around the garage sale.
Yeah. Well, I was like, are you kidding me? So they would park completely in front of the mailbox. Like, okay, thanks. Appreciate that too. And then some would park literally like at the end of my driveway, totally blocking off my access from the driveway. Now, most people would hit like my neighbor's garage sale, maybe one across from that was maybe a couple of houses down, if I recall, and then they'd leave. So most people were there maybe a couple minutes at most. There was one car in particular who parked spot on right in the center of the driveway and had like taken off, and they were gone maybe 10 minutes or so, probably more. It's like, do you consider anything?
I would have left
other
him a
than
note.
just
You are so much nicer than me.
Yeah. If I really felt like it, I could have gone out there and maybe had a conversation.
And you have a double wide garage or a double wide driveway.
Yep.
And the picture you sent anyway, it doesn't look like, it's not even, if you're going to do that, which is not good etiquette to start with, but you pull up so you block one side or the other. They park like dead in the middle. Right in the middle, like here.
Yeah.
You can use none of your driveway. I know I could move, forward 5 feet or back 5 feet and let you get in and out. But no, I'm not going to. Because it's all about me. I need to look at this junk that these people are going to throw away if somebody doesn't buy it today. There might be some treasure in there that I need to pick up.
Yeah, that's all it was about. Is the people not thinking about literally anyone or anything else besides themselves.
Yeah, because there's an etiquette to that. And it's
And it's just like, I could not tell you guys how many cars did that same thing. Just totally use the end of your driveway as their own personal parking spot. It drove me nuts. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, the picture you sent us, I was like, oh man, that is terrible.
It is.
I cannot believe it.
And I get it. Like, our street is a dead end. We're one of the houses at the end of the street. But that doesn't mean you can just use my driveway as your personal spot. It's not my fault that the street is laid out that way. You go park somewhere else on some other curb somewhere where you're not blocking off someone else's driveway, and you walk yourself if you want to come down here.
Yeah, exactly.
Just go look around.
You should have made a big sign that said, "It's sad that I have to post this, but please do not block the driveway."
I think next year I'm gonna come up with something pretty good for next year to put out at the end of my driveway.
Like those things that puncture tires.
The strips, the nail strips or whatever. Yeah. That might be the first layer. I think I'm going to go all out with
Put a parking meter. Maybe you can make some money.
There you go.
Put one up there. Sorry. A valet. Yeah. They give you the keys. You just drive it about 4 blocks away and park it, leave the keys.
Yeah. Where's my car?
I don't know. Yeah. I gave it to, we don't have a valet. I know what you're talking about.
Have those the glasses with the fake nose mustache.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know who took your car. So, anyway, that's my rant about that. There's just no common courtesy anymore.
No,
there isn't.
It's like customer service. It's dead. It's extinct.
It is. Yeah.
So that's what I got.
Yep, and I don't like it.
No.
All right, that all you got?
Yep,
I'm
done.
Well, I got a couple quick little things. First one is, all right, I'm back to my gripe with McDonald's. And this time it's the app. So I went into Saturday, I went to McDonald's and I ordered on the app.
On a Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was going to order on the app and pick me and Lori up a sandwich for lunch.
He wanted to be disappointed on the weekend.
Yeah, I don't get enough of that during
and
the
in
week.
high tech.
Yeah. So I punched in at 11 a.m. I tried to order a quarter pounder with cheese.
QPC.
And a large Diet Coke.
Oh, well, now you're in trouble.
And at the bottom of both, it entered them on the app. It put them in the screen. But right at the bottom, it says, sorry, this menu item isn't available at this time of day. It's 11 a.m. What?
The Coke or the sandwich or both?
Both. It's got it at the bottom of both. A little orange warning. It says, "Sorry, this menu item isn't available at this time of day." And it's 11. And I screenshot it. It's 11 a.m.
I think they've switched to the Gen Z at quarter pounders.
Sorry, we're not working right now.
Yeah.
We're working from home, and we don't have those here.
So I ended up going in and ordering it, and they gave them to me.
I hope you went in there with your app and somebody was getting ready to order. You said, my app's not working. And everybody left that poor schlub standing at the register with his money, ran over to help you with your app.
No, I didn't do that.
Oh. I think that's the protocol. That's etiquette.
It should be.
That's etiquette for the app.
Yes, I should have went in and raised Cain. But it just, why is the app saying that? It's 11 a.m. They start serving. I mean, it says, so it says, pick up at the top, 321 North Morton. So it's got the address of the restaurant. Now serving lunch until 4:59 p.m. I don't know. They stop lunch at 4:59.
Well, is there a difference from the lunch menu and the dinner menu at McDonald's?
There is. It's a different quarter pounder at dinner.
I don't know. I've ever noticed it other than breakfast, right?
That's what I was about to say.
Oh, sorry. I stepped on your feet again.
No. Who knew? I didn't know. Certainly.
And it's funny. I was just getting mine with just ketchup, and so below it says no mustard, extra ketchup, no silvered onions. What's a silvered onion?
Does it mean slivered?
It says silvered, I think. Maybe it says slivered. I can't read. It's very small. It is slivered.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, I've heard of green onion.
What's a slivered onion? I guess it's the cut onions, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. No pickle. But yeah, that's it. Sorry, this menu item is not available this time of day.
Well, the app doesn't know that it's Greg there.
It doesn't know.
You need to let the app know.
That's the real. That's
How
the real
do I
travesty
inform
here.
the app? How do I tell it?
I don't know.
I wonder if I could take it in and they could like program it for me.
They might.
Here, so we've entered your name now.
We've stored your name.
Yes, it's stored.
Yes.
Good call. I like that.
So there was that. And then this silly thing is I was at the gas station and I saw this. It looked like a state.
You didn't want to get DoorDash?
No, I could have. Maybe I could have ordered the McDonald's through the DoorDash at the gas station. Call DoorDash, say, I want you for the gas station. I'm at the gas station. Go get McDonald's for me. It's 11 a.m. I'm not sure if they'll have quarter pounders at that time, but could you try?
DoorDash could probably get it.
They probably could.
Yeah.
They got an in with McDonald's.
But no, I was at the gas station and this, one of those, I don't know, it looks like a Ford Explorer, one of those type of vehicles. It looked like a state cop vehicle. And they had the markings for police on the side. And I'm reading as it goes by, it says Secretary of State Police. I didn't know they had like their own police. Or is it the secretary for the state police?
Maybe it's up memos and things.
Yeah, they got a vehicle for it and they're typing up
Whenever
stuff.
the state police pull somebody over, the secretary comes up and takes notes and dictates things. Get some coffee.
Yeah.
Yes. Or maybe they are the secretary of the state police. Like sometimes that's used in high ranking too. So the Secretary of Defense. Maybe they're the secretary of the state police.
Could be.
But what would the Secretary of State Police be?
They deal with commerce.
Commerce?
But they have all the in Illinois, for those of you who don't live in this state, I think that they said there are
Good
14.
for you.
Yes, you are very fortunate.
Yes, you are
Good
very
call.
lucky.
Thank you. I thought I had seen that there are 14 independent, like state policing agencies. They have the state police. The McCormick Center in Chicago has its own police department, separate from everything else, with all of the same law enforcement power that the state police has. Oh, except they only deal with the McCormick buildings. That's it. Yeah, and the Secretary of State, because I looked that up before, the Secretary of State Police, they deal with like interstate commerce and things like that. But so do the state. Yeah, I don't know what they're regulating. But it says that all of them have like their jurisdictions, the entire state. They're like super powerful.
Well, I think this was
it gets too unruly at the DMV. They got to go in and break it up.
Yeah. No, I think this was an actual secretary of the state police because she got out and she had on a pencil skirt and horn rimmed glasses.
She was taking a phone call.
Yeah.
Let me transfer you. Hold on.
Had an intercom on the dash.
See, I like that much better myself.
Yeah, I'm the secretary of the state police. I take all their notes in handwriting.
I like how in your world the secretary is like from Don Draper too.
Well, that is my world. I like that. I like that.
typewriter.
Yeah.
Ding.
Mr. Jones. So that's stupid, but that's what crossed my mind when I saw the Secretary of State police pull in.
I have not seen a Secretary of State police.
Yeah, it looked almost like a state cop car.
Yeah.
Except for it was more like, you know how the Illinois state ones are like yellow? This was more like a blue. So it's kind of like a cross between the Morton police vehicles and the state cop cars.
I have seen them.
Yeah. I had not seen them, so I was surprised. Secretary of State Police. Interesting. So,
All right.
Well, that's all I got.
Anything else? Okay. Well, I got a few things here. First thing I have is a little bit of a gripe. And I am going to gripe about doors. Not the doors, although
band?
I could.
Oh.
I don't like the doors. But, no. My gripe was I was at a customer's. And I was going to leave.
They had doors?
They had doors to go out. And they have a handle on their door, okay? So I grabbed the handle and pull like one would. about break my arm trying to pull the door because it's a push. My gripe is if you're going to have a push door, on the push side, you need to put a plate, not a handle. And it's like the big handle that comes off, you know, like it's like a foot long. It comes down and it's a big like, oh, I'm going to pull these big doors open. No, it's push them out or put push on it or pull. Now, yes, granted, I could look at the hinges real quick, or if it's got one of those little shocks up the top that push the door, I could look to see is it on this
yes,
side?
Maybe take an analysis before.
I'm in a hurry. Time is money. I am in a hurry. I am out the door. About kill myself trying to open the door.
Well, you weren't technically out the door.
No. I tried. I could not get out the door. So that's my first thing. I just wanted to get that off my chest. But I think if the door is a push, put a plate. They should have a plate on there.
I'd agree with that.
If it's a pull, then put a handle. It's not that hard. Don't put a handle on both doors. And a lot of people do that. They'll put the handle on a push door.
Yeah. And make it a push sign so it's not like blended in with the scenery so you can't see it. Like make it stand out somehow.
Yeah. Push. That would be great.
Flashing light, push.
All right. Second thing I have, I was at a different customer, and I sent you guys this picture. They have a bathroom there, and it's kind of a bigger room because it's
Did it have
used
a push
for
door?
storage. It had a door handle, so it actually you turn the handle to get in or out. But it's a little bit bigger of a room. It's kind of open. But there's one toilet and a sink, okay?
Yep.
And it's in a bigger room. I don't know, maybe
What's that, 10 by?
8 by 10, something like that. But again, one sit-down toilet and a sink. And on the door, there's a sign that says occupancy limited to one person. They don't need the sign. Who else is going to be in there? Hey,
You might be having a party.
Sorry,
in there.
Mike. I know you're dropping a deuce here, but I need to wash my hands. I needed to get some cleaning supplies.
I'm not using the bathroom as you're coming and going.
Yeah, it's like
Or you
not
just stand there.
sharing
You
this
just stand there in
No.
line waiting.
no. If I'm using the bathroom right in front of him,
Yeah.
Am I done?
All right. You about done there?
yeah. How about the Bears this year? Think they're going to do all right?
That violates every rule we talked about with the unspoken ban rules.
Oh man, that's no toilet paper, huh? Yeah, let me see if I can find some.
You could have a crowd in there if you didn't have that sign.
I know. It's like why would you do this? There is no reason to put that sign. And you know what?
There must be a problem.
There was a problem because they put it's a handwritten sign they put up there. Occupancy limited to one person. Listen, George, quit coming in here. I've got the door locked. You Jimmy the lock, open it up. That's locked for a reason because somebody's using it. Yeah. I needed some supplies. No, you can wait till I'm out of here to get your supplies.
Or maybe they had someone who didn't lock it and they were kind of inviting people in.
That person should be fired then.
I'm leaving the door unlocked on purpose.
Well, then you're fired. You're definitely fired.
Come on in, big boy.
No.
All right, we got to stop that with Jim. Put that sign on the door.
Yeah, somebody get a sign up here quick.
He keeps letting crowds in there.
This is not good. Or maybe he's opening the door for other people. Hey, going in. What? Shut the door. Don't look.
Want to be careful. This one's a pull door.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me demonstrate.
It was a push.
It appears to be a push, yes.
All right. The third thing I have is I want to ask you guys what the etiquette is on this. So I was reading an article. I was doing a little over the weekend. I was watching TV, and this article popped up, and it was about an old Western. It's talking about Lee Marvin playing a bad guy in a John Wayne Western, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance.
Yep.
The movie came out in 1962. So I thought, well,
a
let's
year
read it.
after I was born.
It says, John Wayne movies, are no shortage of bad guys. It's going on. The first paragraph tells you all about this. Marvin was cast as Liberty Valance, as the main bad guy in The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. So that's the first paragraph. It kind of sets it up. Right under there, in larger text and bold, it says, warning. This article contains spoilers for The Man Who Shot Liberty. Do you need? It's a 60-year-old movie. It's 60 years old. You don't have to put spoiler alert. Do you?
Well, it did kind of ruin it for me.
At what? Sorry.
Well, wait,
Sorry for everybody. Listen, if you have not seen it and don't want to have this spoiled, hit the fast forward, the little 15 or 30 second thing to a couple minutes, because we're going to talk about this and you're going to find out.
Not that the plot, or the name of the movie gives away the plot anyway.
But now you don't know who shot Liberty Valance, and there's a twist. So there is a twist, but the movie is 60 years old. It's on you, isn't it? At this point, if the movie is spoiled, it's kind of your fault if you didn't see it.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it by now.
Yeah. So what is the timeline that you have to say that to somebody if you're talking about it? Now, Top Gun is out right now, and it's only been out for a couple weeks as of the time of this recording. So that would say, you wouldn't want to say something, about the movie if there was some kind of a twist to the movie or something, and ruin it for people. But I feel like if something was at the theater and now it's not, and you can see it on stream, I think, okay, then it's on me. Then I need
statute
to try
of limitations just won't run out.
Or if something is on streaming only and it goes out on streaming, like Stranger Things, I haven't watched all that yet. But I think.
Oh, let me tell you about it.
Yeah. What is it? Is it 6 months? That's kind of on the outside. I don't know. What is your guys' thought on that? What is your window before you start telling somebody, like, oh, I don't want to tell you?
I'll give you probably 2-3 months at most, maybe. Probably about half that time is what I go with.
I'm trying to think with like movies, because of streaming. Like, so if I went and saw a movie at the theater and I liked it, and and I was talking to someone and they said, well, yeah, I never got to see that. But it's even been a year. I mean, would I want to spoil it for them?
Well, I think if somebody told me they didn't see it, I wouldn't blurt out, it was the butler that killed him. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. But I mean, I wouldn't try to be super careful if I was just talking about a movie that's been out for a year. I'd be like, that's not, unless they said, oh, I haven't seen that yet. And like, okay, well, we won't talk about it. But if I'm just making casual conversation,
it's like come on, it goes both ways here. It can't totally be on the people talking about it. Like, why should they have their conversation beholden to you because you have yet to see it?
Very good. Matt?
See, I think if someone, the onus from your perspective, I think 2 or 3 months is if you're just in casual talking. But then if I join the conversation and I hear you're talking about this movie and I say it's a year later, I would probably go, oh, I haven't seen that yet.
And I would say that would be fine. And Mike would just say, too bad. And he would ruin it for you right now.
Has anyone ever ruined a movie for you?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I never saw A Sixth Sense.
Oh.
And the reason for that is I didn't
that
know
was
anything about
you.
it. So I was like, I don't know if I want to watch it or anything. Well, then about 6 months, somebody was talking about it and they said, and then Bruce Willis is actually dead. So I'm like, well, I know there's no sense in seeing it now. I don't need to see the movie. I know the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, Lori and I were going to see The Village at the theater. And as we're driving there, Lori
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, this will be a spoiler alert. So if you haven't,
if you haven't said for somebody,
if you haven't seen The Village either, by
sorry,
M. Night,
we're gonna get hate mail now.
Yeah, by M. Night Shyamalan or whatever his name is.
Shyamalama Ding Dong.
Yeah. So we're driving to the theater, and Lori said, "Yes." A girl at work said this was a good movie. She said something about it's not actually said in the time that the movie is acting like it is, or something like that. And I'm like, okay. So we watched the whole movie, and that is the entire plot. It's not
that's
set.
The twist.
That's the twist. I go, why would she tell you the twist of the movie? I said, that's the entire You ruined it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. So listen, if you talk to me and you tell me, I won't ruin it. If you haven't seen a movie, do not talk to Mike about any entertainment then, because he is going to go out of his way to ruin it for you. That's what I heard out of this conversation.
I'm not holding myself back. If you want to continue to be in the conversation willingly, I'm going to talk about it, and it'll go both ways.
So even if someone would say, I haven't seen that.
Well, then why are you still in the conversation? Go somewhere else until we finish our conversation about it. Why should I hold my conversation back for your whims?
You might skirt around it. Say, well, I don't want to ruin the ending.
So I'll change the name of the character. John.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's really dead. See? And this little boy named Bobby. Like, well, that's, oh no.
Oh, you go up to Mike and you'll be talking to someone about a movie, and they'll be like, "Oh, I haven't seen that one." And he just continues. Oh, okay. Well, I was just going to tell you your house is on fire, but all right, I'm.
But if you come into the conversation and if you haven't seen it and you want to still, but see, if you know you haven't seen the movie and you want to see it,
I would back out of the conversation.
Exactly. Why are you hanging around in the conversation anyway? That's my point of contention.
Well, if I say I don't know where we're at in this fictitious thing.
What?
I mean, picnic. We're at a picnic at the park.
Well, in that case, then I do have places to leave. But if we're in a room somewhere, I may not have a.
Let's say we're all arrested in a little cell now in prison.
Now I got nowhere to go.
It's me, you, and Mike and I are talking about a movie that you haven't seen. You're like, wait, I haven't seen it. Too bad. Stick your fingers in your ear. La 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 la. Don't tell me.
I don't know.
Because I think us spoiling a movie is your biggest concern at that point, really.
But I'll take that on me too. If I don't want to have something spoiled for me, and I know you guys are talking about something that I may want to watch, I'm not gonna.
Well, you wouldn't have to for me because I would take your feelings into consideration, and I would just stop talking about it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I believe that.
I might say, I might give you my thoughts on the movie, maybe, but I mean, if you want to stay beyond that, then sorry, that's on you.
You're saying if we were talking about it?
Oh no, I'm saying if somebody who wanted to see something came into my conversation with somebody else that I'm having about that particular movie or show or whatever, I might give them a courtesy line like, hey, I thought overall it was good, or, something like it's worth watching. But if you want to stay around in the conversation after that, then it's on you.
All right. What if you, Doug, and I are in the room? All right. We're not even talking about the movie at that point.
What's the room occupancy here? Is it one person?
It's three.
All right.
It's that bathroom. There's only supposed to be one, but for some reason, all three of us are in there.
So all three of us are in the room. And Doug brings up that particular movie.
I'm still in there because I can't figure out the door. I can't get the door open.
Yeah, he keeps
I'm like,
pushing
oh,
on.
God, don't start talking about the movie. Mike's too late. Too late. I'm trying to leave. I can't, Mike. Please stop.
It's locked.
You should have thought of that before you came into the bathroom with me. Ah! Sorry, go ahead.
No, so all three of us are in the room, and we're not even talking about the movie, but Doug brings up the movie, and you start talking about it. And I go, oh, I haven't seen that yet. Then what do you do? Because I was already in the conversation.
That's fair.
And it just happened to get brought up.
If Doug started the conversation, I'll let him take it wherever.
Oh, it's on Doug?
Well, I would
Don't
stop.
bring me into this.
Oh, yeah. Don't bring me into this.
I don't know. But yeah, 2 or 3 months is probably a good call.
Well, now you can see it in theaters. You can stream it. It's probably available somewhere on the 18 million different streaming platforms. Or you can Redbox it or Family Video or whatever.
I think Family
Redbox?
Video's out of business.
Well, are there any hard copy rental places left?
Redbox is still around.
Well, there's a Redbox everywhere, basically, still.
Yeah, they're still out there.
There's like 3 or 4 I can think of, probably in Washington. But
I think we have 2 in town.
yeah, I feel like I see them everywhere. So you can find ways to watch whatever.
But I just
you
haven't had
want.
time. I've been very busy.
See, we said the Redbox was you put your money in, the movie just starts playing right there. Oh, crap! What I thought I was going to take it home. Like, I got to stand here for 2 hours. Mike walked by. I can tell you what happened. You don't want to hear it, you better leave. No, don't tell me.
I'll just pull my car in front of the red box. Got popcorn.
It's like a mini drive-in.
On the little tiny screen.
This isn't quite the
Somebody lowers that red flap in front of it. Stop! Get the flap out of the way.
Oh my gosh. So,
all right.
Anyway, that was it. Well, that spurred a lot more conversation than I thought, so that was fun, no? All right.
So who did shoot Liberty Valance?
He was dead the whole time.
He was a little boy.
Yeah. Was it Jimmy Stewart?
Jimmy Stewart was the one who everybody said did.
Yeah.
But John Wayne actually shot
the Duke.
him. The Duke.
The Duke did it, Pilgrim.
And he let Jimmy Stewart take the credit. So, sorry, everybody, if you haven't seen the movie. Watch it. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It is a good movie. Even though you know the ending, still a good movie. Sorry, Mike, have you seen it? No, I didn't even ask.
Well, see, that's fine because we're well past the
yeah. If it would have been 59 years, I wouldn't have said anything. But the 60,
I'd say 2-3 months or before you were born. I mean,
yeah, but if it came out before you're born, you kind of need.
You got to put the clause in there.
Kind of see it. All right. Well, let's talk about jobs and people working and customer service and all that. And this is all spurred from there was like Business Insider had this report out, and it says like Gen Z treats life as a full-time job, and they treat work as their side gig. And it says other generations are jealous of this. I said, okay, well, what are you talking about here? Let's see. It says Gen Z has been reimagining how work fits into their life rather than the other way around. So basically,
I wish we would stop reimagining things.
It's always worse when we're done.
Yes.
You know, because they've imagined it one way, but that's what it is. So some of the older co-workers are jealous and want to do the same thing. So, okay. So they talked to this Kimmy, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce her last name. She's 24. She has a full-time job. Her life.
So she's got a world of life experience now.
Yeah. So she knows how she should reimagine it based on all of her vast experience she's already had at 24. Says her full-time job is her life. She also is working a 9-to-5 in marketing. But she said she considers my full-time job to actually be my part-time job and life to be my full-time job. I mean, well, that's great, except how are you paying your bills? That's what.
Well, she has a job at this point, right?
She does right now, yes. She saw that people were quitting left and right and decided to make a mind shift change, and she posted about it. So they said that they're worried about burnout and stress, so she's grappling with that.
Burned out at 24 as well.
And it says that by 2025, Gen Zers are going to make up 27% of the entire workforce population. So it sounds like things are going to get a lot better for customer service and just, getting things done. And there's a lot of people that are wanting to work from home. And we can talk. Elon Musk has been in the news lately where people have been wanting to keep working from home, and he's kind of been going back and forth. His philosophy is that these are executives or white collar people. They think they should be able to work from home. And he says, I can't ask. He's like, I can't ask for my blue collar employees that work in the plant to come in and work 50, 60 hours a week, while the office people just get to stay home and work from home wherever they want.
Right.
And some of them were like, HR. He goes, no, HR, you need to be here. If there's a problem, people need to come and talk to you. You can't Zoom in just because it's inconvenient for you to come to work. And I like that he said, listen, you can work from home. Your first 40 hours have to be in the office.
Yeah.
And somebody asked about, well, what should they do if they don't want to, do that? And he said, well, then maybe they should, something like, what was it? Maybe they should pretend that they work somewhere else.
Work from home for someone else or something like that.
And I saw where Apple had also had problem. Their employees were upset because they were going to be required to eventually come in 3 days a week.
Yeah.
Start out with just one. They got to do that for a while and then go to 3.
Oh, no.
Yeah. There's a 49-year-old woman that they talked to in here, and she was talking about different things, and she'd worked as a writer. And so she said that she's always chafed at having an office job And she's like, she thought it was ludicrous that office structures didn't have more things to benefit employees' mental health. And she and felt like she'd be shirking her work duties if she ducked out of work for an hour a day to go to the gym. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you know what? I'd like to just duck out of work for a couple hours to go get some groceries done. I don't like buying groceries at home. When I get home, I just want to relax. So maybe I can just get some groceries. I know this is making me sound like old man, get off my lawn. And maybe that's where I'm at this point. But what these people, yeah, fine. You want to duck out of work. You want to do that. How does that affect your coworkers, though? Somebody's got to pick up that slack. Somebody has got to be doing the work. Not everybody can just work from home or work, 4 days a week, 8-hour days or something. Somebody has got to be getting that work done. So who is doing that work? So, and mental health days. That was always just the weekend, right? You work get to Saturday, Sunday, you recharge the battery,
unwind,
and you're back on Monday, and you get through another week.
Yeah.
Or, you do all the stuff you're supposed to do, take care of on the weekend, You just can suck it up like the rest of us, but I don't know. That's a novelty thought, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. Go ahead.
I feel like so many of the people that want this kind of thing, at least when it's in an article like this, it's because they've gone to TikTok or something like that, and they managed to scurry up a few viewers, so they're getting some income from that. So they can have some downtime that they can be at home because they're doing online stuff. But there was something I was going to touch on that was from the article. I can't remember what it was here now. Sorry.
Well, while you're doing that,
yeah, go ahead.
Also, here's another kind of in that same vein: is people take a little pride in your work too. That's another thing. People don't, they're always like, "Oh, I hate my job. I hate that," and I've been there too. But the thing is, it's called work. It's not called fun. It's called work. You're going to have to work, and you can either be miserable or you can try to make the best of it. It's like, all right, well, I got to work. I got to push on. Let's try to do this, or let's try to do that, or what can I do to make myself the best at this job? And here's another thing. The economy is kind of, it's still chugging, but there might be some dark days ahead. And if things start getting bad and they start laying people off and people start losing their jobs, who do you think they're going to lay off first? The person who's already not in the office and just working from home? Because it seems like maybe we don't need you. Or are they going to keep the person, or lay off the person rather, who's in there that maybe knows how to do 2 or 3 or 6 jobs at the place of employment, wherever you're working at. I mean, I told my son that years ago. I said, wherever you go, learn as much as you can. Learn extra jobs, learn how to do this, volunteer for this or that. That's not being a brown nose. That's just putting tools in your toolbox. Whatever your toolbox is. It could be a physical box, or it could just be, hey, these are some things I know how to do. Because if you know how to do 2 jobs or 5 jobs and the economy falls apart or they have to lay people off, they're going to lay off the person that this is their job. That's all they do. And you're going to have a much better much better chance of keeping your job if you can do, hey, well, Greg knows how to do 5 different things. So if we keep him, that's much better than if we kept Doug, who only knows how to sit there at his desk and, type in data all day long, which really, we can probably get somebody else to do that or consolidate some things. I don't know. Did you find or
not what I was thinking of. So we can go move on, but
I've got a point too that it'll be a separate point. But we were kind of talking before the episode. One other thing too, kind of along the traits you might find in some of these people, as a general observation, you probably have made. I see people all the time who fall into that Gen Z demographic, who will complain about how hard everything is because of one. I don't know. I don't want to say like a victim status. But, for example, I see people all the time who complain about they can't maybe go to work at the office anymore because they have crippling anxiety or they're nervous, and it's preventing them from doing whatever function they're supposed to be doing. It's like,
yep.
I know some people probably really struggle with that. I get that. But, like, do you think you're the only one who has anxiety or lives with anxiety? I mean, we've talked about, like, the price of gas, like, thinking about that. Like Doug said, the economy, who knows what's going to happen with the economy? People live with anxiety. We can't find baby formula all the time. Anxiety is just a fact of life.
Part of life.
Whether you want it to be there or not. And, like, with the pride in your work thing Doug was talking about earlier, you can choose to live with it, make the best of it, overcome it, or you can let it be an anchor and drag you down.
Yeah, good
so
point.
you can be a victim. Do you think the men who stormed beaches in Normandy, and I'm going to bring that up because that's not brought up anymore really, on D-Day, do you think they had any nerves or any anxiety?
Not like they do today.
Rolling up to the shore. Yeah, I'm sorry if you turn
can you pull the boat over? I need a break here.
A mental health day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry if turning on your computer or your webcam gives you anxiety that prevents you from meeting or something at work. But newsflash is you're not the only one who has any of that, and I think you can probably get over it.
I mean, so many of these act like who's paying them like to stay at home and be on an island and filming themselves and
again, you know what? I hold nothing. If you can find a job that does that,
sure,
more power to you. Fine, but you can't get hired by a job and then tell them, okay, guess what?
This is how I'm running it.
These are the terms that I'm going to work for
right.
you for. It's like, no, I hired you to do this job.
Right.
This is the job. You don't have to do it, but you're not going to work here.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'd love to find somebody to pay me to go sit on the beach.
Yeah, and type stuff
or just sit on the beach. I don't even want to type anything.
Yeah, I'd take that too.
But yeah, I mean, and if you can find that, great. Go knock yourself out, and good on you.
Good luck taking your car to the mechanic's house to have him work on it.
I'm glad you brought that up because that was another thing I wrote down. What other job? What if all jobs felt like this? Yeah,
doctors.
I'm
going over to Dr. Smith's house.
Go to the emergency room. I'm sorry, no one. They all took off. They only work 4 hours a day. They didn't feel like going.
Yeah. Doctor's having a mental health day.
It's 94 degrees. Your air conditioning quits. Yeah, nobody's wanting to work today. So maybe tomorrow. Maybe they'll be on next week. I don't know.
I think the doctor that's delivering your baby is at the beach this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to zoom in the HVAC technician. You zoom in and he tells you what to do. You don't want to take that.
Yeah.
Don't touch that one.
As he's floating around on his pool float in the pool. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, take your number 2 screwdriver and you're going to turn that a quarter turn. Hey, grab me another cores, man. Yeah, give me one more. All right. Yeah. No, a quarter turn. Yeah. Don't touch that one.
Or, like your house is burning down, you call 911. Sorry, the fire department, they got a little nervous. They didn't really feel comfortable coming to put out your fire. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, they're at home today.
Needed a day off.
They're watching it on Zoom, though.
Yes, they are. Yeah. I heard a guy who was in the NFL and he had cancer, young guy, and he went through cancer and he was talking about it. I may have talked about this before, but it was very inspirational to me, and because he went back to work. He said he felt sorry for himself for just a little bit, and his dad told him this, and he said every day that's what he tells himself every day. And he said, I do this when I go to work now or whatever. He says you only control 2 things in your life ever for anything. That's your attitude and your effort. He said, so I just started. You're right. He said he had to go to chemo and have stuff done. He said, so I got up every day. Like, you know what? I'm not guaranteed any days on this earth. Like today could be my last day, or I could live to be 100. But I'm gonna have a good attitude, and I'm gonna give 100% of what I can do, and that's it.
Well, you mean to tell me that life isn't going to be all sunshine and rainbows?
Not always.
Oh,
not
shoot!
Always.
Spoilers. Thanks.
I know.
Doug.
I should have told you.
Thanks.
Spoiler alert.
Now I know what it's like to be on the other end of my argument.
Yeah. So now you're changing it all, aren't you? You're like, nope, I can't do this anymore. So. I don't know. Did you guys have any? I mean, that's a little more heavier than we normally do, but I kind of was wanting to.
Well, yeah, one of the perks that she was saying her employer should give her is paying her student loans too.
Oh, she wanted that.
That was one of the lines in here. That was one of the perks the business should offer.
Again, if you can find a business that wants to do that,
they may do that.
They may to.
But did your specific employer now make that part of the deal when they hired you?
No,
or is that just something you're throwing out on the table?
Yeah.
And why stop there?
It's not a negotiation.
How about they pay my mortgage too?
Yeah.
I don't want to pay that. That's a big chunk of my change.
Yeah, it's right in the title, student loan. We're loaning you this.
Yep. So I don't know. All right. Anything else, or are we going to move on? I don't want to.
Yeah, we don't have to beat it to death, but
all right.
Everybody knows how we feel now.
Yes, we do.
They probably could have seen that one coming, but
yeah. But like I said, in some cases, I don't. Like Doug said, if you can get somebody to pay you to do that, more power to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think hopefully COVID is wrapping up and hopefully things get somewhat back to normal, and then we'll see where this goes.
I'm tired of the woe is me culture.
Yeah.
I'm a victim and this is why kind of a thing.
Well, yeah, they're calling it the great resignation or whatever. And it's like, how are they surviving if they resign from stuff? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't.
Help me figure that out, because
you want a piece of that action?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's easy to be negative. It is. It's hard to be positive. It's hard to go in. It's like, all right, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to have a good day. I'm going to go out. But you got to make yourself do it.
We could get really bummer about it and talk about my 401k this last year and a half.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Do you want to bring that up?
No, I don't. I don't. I do, but I don't.
So, all right. Well, we'll move on. I just got there was a couple products that came up into I don't know if it was on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and I don't know why I'm getting these because I hate them. But
well, I have a theory as to why we may be getting these.
Probably some of the research that we've done for the show. So
some prior products, maybe.
Yeah. First off, the first two I have are both Croc related, and for those of you who have listened before, you know my complete disdain for Crocs. I hate them. I hate them. They're the ugliest shoe. I cannot stand them. They're just ugly. I hate Crocs. Okay. Now,
how do you really feel about Crocs?
Well, they're okay. Spoiler alert. I hate Crocs. No. So, they have these, I guess, charms. I don't know what they are, that you can snap to the back of their accessories. I don't know what they are.
What were the other ones called where you could put them in the hole? So what were those called?
That I have no idea.
I don't know. I saw a link to those.
Bits, something bits, but they're kind of on the same concept as those, kind of.
Kind of. But these snap to the back.
Accessorize.
Now, has anybody seen on the back of pickup trucks, hanging from like the
hitch?
The hitch. They'll have, it's not being crude, but they're like bull testicles. That's what they look like, just hanging, and that's what they think they're supposed to be.
Just dangling, right?
I don't get it. I don't know why they put them on there. I don't know what they're supposed to prove or show. Like, okay, whatever. Well, they've got them for your Crocs.
Oh,
they call them Crocticles.
Oh, jeez.
And they come in all sorts of colors. And you snap them on the back, so you're walking around and you've got these testicles hanging off the back of your Crocs. I mean, they got blue and brown and purple, green, pink, white, gold, silver, red, all of them. All of these stupid things. I'm going to say this. If you're a man, if you're a man wearing Crocs, that's probably the only set of these that you're going to get right there. That's it. Snap them on and walk around with it. Why do you want to walk around with these? Some of the reviews says, these are the bomb. I got them, put them on my Crocs, walked into the great room, and my bride had me naked except for my Crocs within seconds. I'm like, I bet she did. I bet that's exactly what happened. Oh. So bought these for a buddy for Christmas. He was very impressed. 10 out of 10. These are such a fun gift. Great quality, and quick shipping. Oh, it says.
Is there product testing going on?
They're worth the look. Yeah, some of them. One guy wrote in a whole thing saying that he wanted to be a beta tester, which if he's got these, he's probably a beta male. He's not an alpha. I'm going to tell you that much. I don't know. Yeah, why would you have them? What is the point of these? What is the purpose? I couldn't figure it out.
I don't know. I like the technical details. Production method designed personally by me with CAD software and produced in my house with 3D printing.
Who's me?
I don't know. Whoever is listing these on Amazon.
What did he use for the model? Are they his? Because they're small. They fit on the back of your croc.
Unfortunately, they don't fit on kids' shoes.
Oh, they'll probably get them for that. I don't know. Okay, so do you have anything else?
I'm just looking here to see. I don't think there's anything else on these that I had.
Okay. Well, the other one, this is also croc related. On the same vein, it's another thing you snap on the back of the little loop for your Crocs. Okay. This is croc spurs.
Yes.
Because, cowboys were, the man who shot Liberty Valance, they all had Crocs.
Yeah.
They go get on their horse with the Crocs and they take, spurs for your Crocs. I don't get it. And they come in different sizes too. I mean, there's a mini, a short, and a regular. So the regular one is like 6 inches sticking out back behind your Crocs. Why do you want spurs snapped onto your Crocs?
So when you go ride your unicorn, you can.
I don't know. I'm like, who put spurs on these? For what? Yeah, if you're a cowboy, you are not wearing Crocs, and you're not going to wear the Crocs to go horseback riding.
I like the smiley face one. There's one.
There is a smiley face one.
You walk into the grocery store with them, clink, clink, clink.
Somebody says, I ordered these not knowing what to expect. When I got them, I slapped the bad boys on and was amazed. Perfect fit. They even made the clink sound. There was one more here I was wanting to.
How do you make the clink? Because they're not really hitting the ground.
I don't know.
Maybe you got them on upside down.
Says cute but cheap quality. Yeah. They are a fun, cute novelty gift. However, they're pretty cheaply made and break easily. Somebody wrote, I don't know, this is from Tara, did not make my horse go. I tried to ride my horse with my Croc spurs, but I kicked the horse. He didn't move. I don't know if it is how weak I am or the spurs just aren't good quality. Yeah, they're plastic spurs that snap onto a Croc. I don't think you're supposed to be riding a horse with your Croc spurs. Are you?
Oh
maybe you are.
I think we should get Doug some of these to product test.
I'm not.
Maybe get in some chaps to go with them.
Yeah, I would wear the chaps over the Crocs.
Oh, both.
Nah, no Crocs.
They've got the holes on the chaps that you can put the decorations in.
Yeah.
Just like the Crocs on the chaps.
I'm not wearing Crocs.
You get some of them dangling things to hang from the Croc or from the
chaps.
The chaps, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that will be the case. All right. The third third thing I had, this one my wife actually, someone she knows had posted this. But it's a inflatable, it's a float for the pool or something. It's an inflatable. It says inflatable hunk pool ring. So it's like the circle, like a lifesaver.
Yeah.
But on one side of it, it's got like half of a man that's all buff. He's got his arms out. And if they show the back of it, and it's got his name across the butt of his pants. So this is Chad.
Chad.
And, he's floating in the pool. And they have the woman there. But when, if you're in the lifesaver, if you're in the ring and you're facing out, Chad's behind you and has his arms like up on your shoulders. Like what? I don't know what Chad is doing there, but I don't think I'm going to feel comfortable, relaxed, just floating around the pool with Chad that close behind me, rubbing up against my neck. I don't think that's going to happen.
Now maybe when the HVAC technician Zoom calls you, he may be floating around on the Chad.
Maybe that's where he went. I don't know. And if I was drowning, help, I'm drowning, and hang on, and they threw this to me, I'd be like, I think I'll just drown. I'm all right. I'm good. Oh, we'll save you. No, I'm pushing it away, fighting it. I don't want to go in it. Get in it. Ride Chad. No, I can't ride Chad. Forget it. I'll just die. It's fine. I can't do this. Oh, because
go ahead.
I was just going to say that picture's going into the newspaper. Man saved by Chad. Like, no. Please don't do this to me.
I like the warning label on it. It says, "This is not a life-saving device. Do not leave child unattended while device is in use."
I wouldn't let the child use that because Chad looks creepy.
Well, but it doesn't say the child's using it. It said, "Don't leave child unattended while device is in use."
The fabulous floating.
Does that mean you're using it and the child is over?
Chad gets a little handsy.
Yeah, and he might hold you on there. Child could be.
You don't want him around kids.
I like the description too. The fabulous floating hunk is the ultimate pool buddy, and he'll even hold your cocktail. I bet he will. Keep your cool as you relax in his muscly arms.
That's right.
Geez.
The sturdy rubber ring inflates in seconds and includes a drink holder. Lie back and admire the view.
And Chad deflates. Is he a little saggy?
Maybe he is. Oh, yeah. So there you go. I don't know what the point of that is either.
Oh, jeez.
It's a little.
Well, the accompanying product is a party pack buddies of drink markers. It's little muscle-bound guys you put in your drinks.
Okay.
I don't want Chad in my drink. I don't want Chad in the pool. We're good without Chad.
And it says, personalize with your own names.
Ooh.
So they're writing names on the back of the bathing suits like Dan.
Hey, there's also a Jerry, too. They got a Jerry.
Yeah.
But he's got like a neckerchief for some reason.
He's very proper.
Yeah.
He's got an ascot.
I don't know why Jerry's got the neckerchief. But, yeah, he does have the neckerchief. That's a little creepy. Weird.
Yes, it's very strange.
Very, very strange. Again, I don't want Jerry coming to help me out either. I'll just
stick to Chad, huh?
Well, no, I'll just try to make it to shore.
Take your chances.
I'll take my chances. Exactly. All right. Anything else before we move on here?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, let's try to go on to the next story. Okay. Greg, how many fish can you name?
3.
All right. What are they?
I don't know. No, bass, crappie, carp.
Mike, you're a big
I can
fisherman.
name a
What
lot
else
more
you
than
got?
that, but
What else we got? We going on? Trout, salmon, tilapia, halibut, flounder. I don't know.
yeah. There's tons.
There's a bunch out there.
Yeah. Well, in California now, bumblebees are also fish, in case you
No.
didn't know that.
Well, I did not know that.
Yes. A court just ruled that bees can now be fish. And the reason for this,
Okay.
there's been a big lawsuit because a couple different agricultural corporations or landowners have come out. They're wanting to get some different things done for like irrigation and planting more and hiring people and some things. And so there's a group that came out and said, well, these bumblebees are endangered. But there wasn't really a statute that protected the bumblebees. So what they did is they took them to court and they said, well, we are going to label them as fish. And they said, they're not fish. Well, they finally went through the whole proceedings. And what they did was the Court of Appeals came out and said that the California law doesn't specifically define fish as limited to aquatic creatures. So basically they're saying we can call anything we want fish to get our way. That's how it has to be.
Yeah.
So we will just call them, if we don't like something you're doing, well, you're going to hurt the fish. What fish? I'm in the desert. Those ones that fly around, they get the pollen. Those fish. We can't have you hurting those fish. I just thought leave it to California. So we are going to just start labeling, bees as fish, whatever we want as fish, just so that we can kind of get our way.
Well, you know what's crazy is my wife and I actually just had a quick fishing trip not too long ago, and I thought it was weird that we kept raking in the bees, as we were fishing. I thought that was kind of odd.
You probably had enough
they were
for
biting pretty
a
good.
hive.
Yeah, I mean,
What were you using for bait?
Honey.
yeah. Oh man,
I like this paragraph. The Xerxes Society for Invertebrate Conservation. I bet that's a happy group.
They got a great magazine.
Defenders of Wildlife and Center for Food Safety petitioned the Fish and Game Commission in 2018 to add the crotches bumblebee. That's a dangerous one.
That's the worst bumblebee there is.
Franklin's bumblebee, Suckley cuckoo bumblebee, and Western bumblebee to the state's endangered species. I like the
How did the
Suckley cuckoo
How did
bumblebee.
the crotches bumblebee get its name?
I don't know.
Gotta watch that crotches bumblebee. It likes to sting you.
However, the Almond Alliance of California, there's another good group, filed a lawsuit in Sacramento County in a bid to clarify that CISA does not protect insects. So there's a big fight about this.
Well, that's why they
fish
labeled
thing
it as fish.
Yeah. Yeah, watch out for that crotches bumblebee.
Yeah, I love the judge who says this is actually, quote, although the term fish is colloquially
Massachusetts.
and commonly understood to refer to aquatic species, the law makes the legal definition of fish not so limited. So basically is that, yeah, it's understood that normally when we say fish, we're talking about an aquatic creature, but it doesn't limit it to that. So we can do whatever we want. It's like when words quit meaning things, nothing matters then. We can just do whatever we want, say whatever we want, call everything what it wants, and it doesn't matter. We'll just move on.
Well, I heard actually for the trial, they couldn't make it in, so they just got zoomed in. They had to proceed with the trial from home.
Who, the fish?
The bees.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they're not bees, they're fish.
Oh my goodness. So anyway, we'll move on. I'll try to keep things. We're running a little late here,
We're
but
at an hour here.
I saw this. This is in the Daily Star, and it actually came from a Reddit user. There is
Leave it to Reddit.
Well, there's a zoo in Amarillo, Texas, and the CCTV security camera caught footage of an animal outside of the zoo along the fence. And it appears to be a dog-like creature walking on its back legs. It's weird looking. I don't know why it's walking on its. I think it's a hoax, but you can't tell. They said it's not a hoax.
I think it's the way the picture's taken personally, but
maybe it is.
like maybe it jumped or it did something and they got a picture.
I could not find the video of it.
Because
it's just a still picture, so it makes it look a little difficult. But it says it appears to show a werewolf with pointy ears and long snout. Said here that the zoo workers, they did call the police. They come out like, hey, there's something weird out here. You need to come and check it. But when they got there, they were unable to find anything. Says a stunned groundskeeper pictured the odd dog-like figure outside the fence and asked if anyone had any idea what the strange being was. I said,
Was there a full moon?
Could be. I see pointed ears, long snout, what appears to be a tail. Looks like a bunch of fur sticking up around the back. I'd say it's a werewolf. Somebody put okay. I bet you would.
Well, it kind of looks like a fish to me, but
in California, it might be.
It might be a fish.
Yeah. Not everyone agreed the photo was proof of the half-human mystical being, and some people accused the poster of photoshopping the image. So some people are going right along with you. Although we've had several different news articles here where we have scientists that are gene splicing and experimenting. So this may be the next phase.
Maybe it's a robot.
We tried last week. We had the mutant rage hamsters. That wasn't doing enough damage. So let's try to start making mythical creatures real. Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster.
Why not?
Well, that
The
very well
blob.
could be the case, and I wouldn't be shocked if, like what Greg said, it's a robot in disguise or something.
Yeah.
I could believe at this
Well,
point.
you know, the
either
birds
way.
are drones
Oh, yeah. We've
So-
known about that one.
for a long time now. Almost 2 years, probably.
I love the last paragraph. It says, although there's no record of a werewolf ever being caught by authorities, there are plenty of anecdotes from people convinced they have encountered with the beast. So there you go. We're not sure what it is, but got a creepy werewolf down around Texas walking around the zoo,
Hanging around the zoo.
probably looking for something to eat.
Some little birds or chickens or
All right.
poor little animals.
Poor little. So where are we heading next?
We're going to head to, we're heading to Walmart, sort of, but it's really more about the Cheoko coconut milk. Walmart is dropping that brand of coconut milk.
Was there spoiled or salmonella, botulism?
Not exactly.
Oh.
PETA made some allegations about it.
Okay,
Are we hurting the coconuts?
so PETA's finally stepping in after all of these crazy animal stories.
Yeah, they're
They're
stepping in
finally
for this
stepping in.
one.
For the
Okay.
coconuts.
For the coconuts. No, it's not
Are
really
they not free range coconuts?
It's not really about the coconuts.
Oh.
It's the fact that the company that produces the coconut milk is using forced monkey labor.
What? Would they rather have forced child labor? They'd be happier with that.
Yeah, China.
Don't use the monkeys. How about some 4-year-olds? They can climb those trees pretty fast.
Walmart became the latest retail giant to drop Cheoko, I don't know how you spell it, how you say that, Choco, coconut milk
Choco?
from its
Yeah, I don't
catalog. The mega retailer pulled the beverage due to repeated allegations of monkey slave labor in its production. They said so PETA is accusing the Thai coconut milk supplier of using monkey for harvest, which it claims are kept chained and improperly cared for. And I like the people protesting. They've got like monkey masks on, and they're wearing it at the protest. So
Somebody come in and grab them. The next thing, they're climbing up the tree, grabbing the coconuts. Well, you saved the monkeys.
Well, that was kind of my thinking. It's like, so in this story, the monkeys are working and these people are protesting.
Maybe the monkey's happy and fulfilled with its job.
Yeah, maybe let the monkeys protest and these people go to work instead of protesting. They're working from home. I'm sorry.
Oh, maybe
they're working from home. They got their monkey mask.
I like the coconut trade uses social monkeys as chained up coconut picking machines, depriving them of any opportunity to eat, play, or spend time with their families. What? This monkey didn't go on his vacation.
Yeah. So see, if the monkeys were working from home, they could do all those things.
Maybe they have better. Maybe he has a sense of purpose, and when he gets home, he has more time to spend with his family. Like, I can just relax with the wife and kids.
He's probably tired when
Maybe
he gets
we'll
home.
go to Disney Thailand. I don't know if there's a Thailand.
I don't know.
So they're going to organize the monkeys into like a union.
Yeah, the monkeys are going to
The
unionize.
monkey union. Sure would
Coconut
be
Pickers 924.
Sure would be a shame if something happened to your coconuts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The union dues are 12 bananas.
that's right. What do we want? Bananas. When do we want them? Now. Give them the bananas. They go back to work. What? That was easy.
I'd like
We
some
said
more
we wanted
bananas.
bananas. They gave them to us. We're done.
So, I don't know.
Well, I mean, if they're not happy with their working conditions, you might.
See, I don't think the monkeys complained. I think it's these protesters. It's like, we don't.
Sure.
Oh, look, we got to find something to protest about. Let me see. We don't have anything going on here right now. How about the monkeys?
Well, I mean, if the monkeys aren't happy, they may not throw down the coconuts. They may throw poop at you or something.
Yeah,
But,
fling it.
yeah.
The poor monkeys, they no longer get to just enjoy flinging poop and feel like the Seinfeld. They've almost completely curtailed their autoerotic activities. They're just too tired after 12 hours of picking coconuts.
That's right.
You don't want to upset the poor monkey. Oh,
so
the
one
poor
of these
monkey.
monkeys must have called the union rep and
Complained.
yeah,
Hey,
complained. Said,
Hey, we're
you know,
being
they got us
forced to pick
chained
these
up picking these coconuts.
So are they chained the whole time? Or they let them off to get up to the coconuts? Yeah,
Maybe
I
they're
don't know.
long chains.
Maybe they are long chains. I don't know. Interesting.
And you'd think if the monkeys were really unhappy about it, they would start, you know, like Mike said, flinging the coconuts at the people
I would.
that are chaining them up. I mean,
Yeah, maybe they love climbing the
Uprising.
tree and getting the coconuts. You know, maybe it's really fun. I don't know.
could be the monkey uprising.
Monkey
I
uprising.
think there's a couple 70s movies about that.
Yeah.
Well, I think we know why the monkeys are wanting to kill the humans now, because we're forcing them to pick coconuts.
Yeah. I won't tell you the ending of those movies
Oh, thank
because I don't
goodness.
want to spoil them for Mike.
Thank you.
But
Well, we
unless
just
he
have
wants to excuse himself.
to- no, we'll just have to wait a few months or maybe a couple
Find out.
years, and we'll
Find
just
out what
find
happened.
out.
We'll find
Because
out
it's
what happened.
always the monkeys. It is always monkeys. And the blood.
Maybe that's what that was in
samples,
Texas.
A monkey disguised as a werewolf?
Yeah, this will freak them out.
It's Bigfoot. He's
Throwing them off. We're going to blame the dog on this one. This is for my coconut picking brothers. Solidarity. He takes a hit off a jag. They've been doing that out there in Washington State. He got the marijuana from them. They're addicted to it now. Can't quit.
It's always the monkey.
It's always the monkey.
One of the ones that stole the medicine over there at that airport. And where was
blood.
that?
The
In the
tainted
blood.
blood.
Yeah,
It was
tainted
the
blood.
blood.
That's right.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Tainted
they were.
blood.
I wonder if they were union monkeys.
The infected monkeys that crashed on the interstate in the truck, and they weren't driving the truck; they were in the back. But
Again, probably not union.
poor woman tries
Scabs.
to help him out. The monkey
rabies.
scratches her. She's got to go
Yeah.
get rabies shots. Yeah. Monkeys are no good. They're up to no
Yeah.
good.
Well, these coconut ones, maybe other monkeys will come in and scab the jobs
That could be.
after these unionize. They're out there picketing, and these other little monkeys are going up in the trees, and
Union busters come in. All right, got it.
they're out there burning barrels.
Oh my goodness.
Ironically, it's the monkey in a barrel type barrel.
They are.
I've got
This is more fun than a barrel of monkeys.
Well, I got an idea for a game.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
All right. One quick hit here. There was a New York bar that it came to a complete halt, shut down almost. Somebody came in there, caused a huge disturbance. Everybody took off running. And a possum went into the bar, freaked all of the New Yorkers out. They all left. There was one brave soul, though, that saved the day. A woman from Alaska walks in, grabs the possum by the back of the neck, just picks it up, takes it outside, sits it on the street, goes back into the bar.
Come on, little buddy.
You knew it wasn't going to be any of the dudes from New York. They're done. They're out. They're like, I'm not. Some woman from Alaska, she's like, yeah, I'm just going to get this out.
The one
And
who
we're
messed
going
up
to
the
take care of it.
Crocs.
Well, yeah. She doesn't need the crocticles. I think she's doing just fine. The men in that bar could probably use 2 or 3 sets of them because they were of no use to anybody there. Took off. They were all scared of it.
I got to say, I don't know what I would do if a possum walked into the.
Possums can be mean
you
if
know,
they're cornered.
Let's say
Yeah.
I'm at McDonald's and a possum comes in. I don't know if I'd grab it by the scruff of the neck.
This one actually looked to be a pretty decent sized possum, too.
It did.
Of course, if it's McDonald's, the next day on the menu there'd be McPossum.
Yeah, it says here so the woman says, I was outside hanging out with a friend. We see this critter run into the bar. I'm like, that's what she says. It's a critter. Run into the bar. We're like, what was
I
that?
thought it was a werewolf.
Is that a rat? I was like, wait, that's too big to be a rat. So we go in to see, and everyone's on the other side of the bar freaking out. That's when her friend cornered him. And meanwhile, that the bar's clientele were losing their minds. I'm the calmest one here in the situation, and rolled down my sleeves on her denim jacket, took care of business. Picked her up, took it outside.
I can just see her walking in. Okay, girls, I'm going to take care of this.
Yeah, that's basically what she did. She just grabbed it, picked it up. I mean, the pop's like, she was carrying it out. Like, nope, we're done. So, yeah, there we go.
I just
Good
saw
on you, Flatbush
Yeah.
lady. I don't know what her name was.
my phone was dinging. As I saw it's my I got a security code from Amazon to log in. I hope I didn't just accidentally buy some Crocticles.
Oh, you might have.
Your order will be arriving.
Some Croc Spurs, some Crocticles. There
We
you go.
were supposed to be getting your order maybe tomorrow for Prime, but the delivery guy, he's taking a personal day, so might show up a little bit later.
So it's Sarah
I'll see the
Fulton,
mailman
that's what it
walking
was.
around with Crocticles on.
I don't want to see any man walking around with Crocticles. I want to see him walking with Crocs. Like I said, if they're wearing Crocs, that's probably the only tickles they're going to get. So, Sarah Fulton, we salute you.
Yes.
You're our hero of the week.
Good job on that possum.
Yeah. Well, actually, we might need her when the monkeys take over.
We might.
I figure she can give the monkeys a run for their money.
Grab them by the scruff of their neck.
She ain't putting up with
Deal
any
with
crap. Ain't going to put up with any crap. So, all right. Well, there you go. I got nothing else. You guys
I
got
got
anything
nothing.
else? Or you? Nope. All right.
I
Hey,
feel like
thanks.
this was all over the place
It
tonight.
was. It was just a potpourri of weirdness.
Weird animals and
So, hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. We hope you have a great week. Remember, you can only control two things: your attitude and your effort. So,
I can control my bladder.
not for much longer. You're getting older now. So that was
So far,
that
yeah.
was TMI. That's more than we really want to get into. Craig just made it weird. So we got to get going because we all got to go into the one-person occupancy bathroom now and argue about movies.
That's right. And I got to get up tomorrow so I can stay home from work.
That's right. Me too. All right. Hey, thanks for tuning in again, everybody. Hope you have a great week. Hope you're tuning in 7 days. Until then, see ya.
Later.
Peace.
Well, that wraps up another episode. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe, and you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So instead, we're going to hire a professional voice actor and pay him absurd amounts of money to say,
I like this product.
Not sure why that was better. I mean, I'm a professional too, but we didn't pay him to say the business part, so back to me. Save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. Sorry, I know hearing me say it was a bit of a letdown. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.